Our next speaker is Neil Cooperman, who began his teaching career in 1969. He teaches advanced placement statistics and algebra 2 at Milburn High School and is math department chair there. He is currently the 100th president of this association that is celebrating its 100th year of service, and he's won many, many awards, and I'm going to let you listen to him now.
Thank you, Bill. I wanted to talk to you about how big is big. I've always been rather appalled and amazed at how many people actually do not understand big numbers. You will be able to, if you want to take out your calculators, use them later, but just like the calculator, non-calculator part of a test, you cannot use them until I tell you you can do that part. On April 15th in 2011, at the NCTM annual meeting and exposition in Indianapolis, Indiana, Secretary of Education Arne Duncan announced an initiative to bring $80 million to get 100,000 more teachers into math and STEM careers. I was amazed at this because the applause was strong, but I divided 80 million by 100,000 and got $800. And I said to myself, how are we going to be able to get 100,000 people into education at $800 a person? This was not going to be very workable. So this reminded me how few of my students, and apparently how few adults, actually understand and comprehend the magnitude of big numbers. For instance, how much money is $1 million? To put that amount of money into context, how long would it take someone to count $1 million at $1 per second? If you work 24/7 without sleep, or eating, or bathroom breaks, and without making any mistakes? Could it be done while holding your breath? Could it be done within a day or a week? Could you wait patiently for that amount of time for your birthday, and have any of us been alive for 1 million seconds? Hopefully you're getting an answer of what you think. Well, let's do some estimation. No calculators yet. If we divide 1 million by the number of seconds in a minute, we'll have the number of minutes. So how many seconds in a minute? Well, let's not divide by 60. It's too hard. If we divide by 50, which is close enough, it'll give us 20,000 minutes. If we divide by 60, well, no, not 60, 50 again, it's going to get an approximate number of minutes down to 400 hours. And then if we divide 400 hours by the number of hours in a day, 25, that will give us 16 days to be about 1 million seconds. So not totally unreasonable. I wouldn't recommend holding your breath that long. But if you continue on and actually do the calculations, if you divide 1 million by 60, you're going to get 16,666. We get down to 277 hours. It works out to about, as I said, actually a week and a half, 11.5 days. If we did this for 8 hours a day, it would take 7 weeks to be able to calculate and add and to count $1 million as a working job. We at least know that we've all been alive for at least a million seconds so far. In fact, we could probably wait patiently for our birthdays to roll around to get our presents, but I do not think it's a good idea to try and hold your breath for 1 million seconds. Probably won't work too well. Now what about the next order of magnitude? What about 1 billion seconds? It's only 1,000 times bigger, not much more, so let's multiply by 1,000. We find out it's 11,574 days. Can't really get a handle on that, so let's divide 365 days into that. Wow. We have 31.709 years. Is there a difference between a paltry millionaire and having $1 billion, a week and a half of seconds, versus 31.7 years? And what about $1 trillion? We multiply by 1,000 again. If we multiply 1 billion times 1,000, we're going to get 31,709 years. Now, that's a little bit more. Let's extend this analysis a little bit further. As of the beginning of this session, our national debt was approximately $17.9 million. That would be 567,700 years to go to that amount of seconds. Let's put this into context. 1 million seconds ago, my students were worried about what was on their Chapter 2 test. 1 billion seconds ago, I was worried about what was on my Chapter 2 test. 1 trillion seconds ago, Cro-Magnon man was worried whether there was going to be enough mammoth meat for the winter, and 567,700 years ago, Neanderthals were worried if their fire went out, where they'd ever get another one. Well, tonight, the Mega Millions is worth $224 million. Nobody's won it yet. The odds of winning are approximately 258 million to 1. So if we put that into context, it's going to take, if you were to take a guess at the right second, from the end of this session, it would take until January 6th 11:37.3 p.m. on January 6, 2023. You have to guess the right second between now and then. Every year for the last 5 years, I've offered my statistics students an A if they can guess the exact time that I'm thinking of, an A for the entire year. Now, only twice has anyone got to the correct day in all that time, but it still left the odds of 86,399 to 1 against them for winning. Don't you wish that people understood big numbers? Don't you wish that Arne Duncan did? Don't you wish that it would be nice if our legislators and our congressmen understood what these big numbers are all about? Or our governor? If anyone should understand big numbers, he should. Please share this with your students. Thank you.